Thank you for joining us tonight. Today we are joined by...
My name is James Waddington. I'm in the 501st. I go by ST-51510.
Oh, very nice. Now, I'm going to ask you directly, what is it exactly you do? A nuts and bolts explanation.
So the 501st is a costuming group that is all bad guys, but we all like to say we're bad guys doing good. So we like I said, we're all the bad guys. We're your Darth Vaders. We're your Stormtroopers. We're stuff like that.
Oh, you're the heavies. You're the toughs.
We're the tough guys who have a heart of gold.
Oh, excellent. Now, I had a lot of confusion in the next question, so
okay.
I'll ask you to clarify for me and for everyone else.
Sure.
What is a troop?
So a troop is an event say, Wizard World Comic-Con. That's an event. That's a Comic-Con. So a troop would be that event. So we say, hey, we're putting on this troop at the Wizard World Comic-Con. So that means the local troops or the local garrison or local squads that are in charge of that area. So there's like, hey, we're putting in a troop for Star Garrison, or we're putting in a troop for Central Texas Squad. So we're putting in a troop, meaning we're called to arms. We're going to go to this event, and either they asked us to be there, or we're there because we called like, hey, we're 501st. We help out with charities. Can we be part of your event? And they say yes or no, and then we go.
That sounds fantastic. Now, then the next question is, do you have a favorite troop or event?
So my personal favorite troops are always the smaller ones, where I feel like the 501st as a whole can do the most good for the most people. Instead of being like a crazy event like, say, San Diego Comic-Con or any of the large Comic-Cons around the country, the smaller local groups, I think, or local troops rather, are better and more beneficial for everybody. For one, it gets us closer to the people that are in our community, mm-hmm. as well as networking for other events in the local area. So that's cool because, kids will come up to us and go, oh, you're a Stormtrooper or you're Darth Vader. And then maybe their dad or their mom or their brothers or coworkers have an event that we can get invited to go to. So it's a little easier that way for me. And as well as going to children's hospitals. Those are by far my favorite troops, because not only are we bringing Star Wars to people who love it, but we're bringing it to people who really need it, who need that hope and that inspiration.
Oh, that's really wonderful. Now, you, in a way, have already answered my next question. What drew you or compelled you to join?
So initially, it was a friend of mine who was already part of the 501st. He had talked to me about maybe joining this or do this or that, and I ended up joining another organization first called the Rebel Legion. What the difference between Rebel Legion and 501st? Rebel Legion is all good guys doing good, so your Jedis, your senators, your fleet troopers, anybody doing not the Empire's duty, right? So it's anybody else basically. I joined them first, and then I really had set my desires on doing a clone trooper, say like from Attack of the Clones Episode 2. But then Rogue One came out, and then I saw the Shore Trooper, and I was like, that's the one I'm going to do. And because my friend was like, hey, you should do this. It's a lot of fun. I was already involved with Star Wars costuming. I was like, you know what? Yes, I will. And I built the Shore Trooper and got it got approved through the build, and that's how I became part of the 501st. But what really drew me in was the giving back to the community, giving back to the kids, giving back to the people who love Star Wars.
Oh, that's excellent. Now, do you have a message for the CEO?
For Vader, do I have a message for Vader?
Careful there.
Just keep in mind why it is that you wanted this organization to be in existence. You do it for the love of Star Wars. Do it for the love of the fans, the kids, the charity. Don't make it about the best costumes or the best, the biggest group or, making these flashy things. Yeah, Star Wars Celebration is amazing, and that's something that we all would enjoy going to, fans and large costuming groups alike, but it's not about that. It's about seeing the smiles on kids, and it's about helping the community raise funds for whatever charity. Remember that. If you can keep focus on that, everything else will just be easy peasy.
Well, what about you as a trooper? Do you have a message to other troopers?
Yeah, I would say so. Just remember why you do what you do. Remember that you join this organization for your love of Star Wars, and that's fine and dandy. But when you get involved with the community and you get involved with raising funds for charity organizations, or you get to see the kids' faces, and you get to see, not just kids, but adult fans like going, oh my gosh, that is so cool. How did you build that? Or what is it made out of? Or they have 1,000 questions. That should solidify why you do it. Not necessarily why you started, but why you continue to do it.
Very good. Well, then let me say this. Thank you for the good work you're doing. And thank you for being a bad guy that does good work.
I do what I can, but, sometimes Lord Vader's a bit of oppressing. Don't tell him I said that.
We'll edit that out.
We'll edit that out, dude. That's not on camera, is it? I'm looking at these two over here.